Hi artists, this is Mrs. Gluskin. You may have noticed I am not in class. Mr. Massey is going to get the pleasure of having you all in art class. I know that you will do a wonderful job for him, and I am excited to show you our art project for today. So we are going to be creating a fall tree. You may have noticed that it's getting colder outside, right? The leaves are changing on the trees, changing colors. Maybe even they are starting to fall off the tree. So you can observe that when you are outside. And today we are going to create our own unique, our different and special tree. So to get ready, if you usually sing our welcome song, you can sit down or stay standing in your learning space. And here we go. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert. I'm alert, awake, alive. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm ready for art to start. I'm ready for art to start. I can see my face on Zoom. I am in my learning room. I'm ready for art to start. Awesome job, guys. I'm sending you a virtual high five. Way to go. All right, now that we are ready to learn how to draw our fall tree, here's a quick preview. You're going to draw the letter Y. Then you can add small branches, kind of like the letter V. You can add tiny twigs at the top and strong roots at the bottom to keep your tree stable and standing tall. Last, we will trace over the tree with a color utensil, marker, crayon, pencil. If you're at home, maybe even paint, and then add our leaves. Before we create our tree, I have a story for you. Take a look and listen.
Red Leaf, Yellow Leaf by Lois Ehlert, read aloud by Tina Winkle. I've been saving this little leaf from my sugar maple tree so I could show it to you. I love my tree. It was born long before I was. The wind blew seeds from the big maple trees in the woods. They twirled and whirled as they fell to the ground. Seeds the squirrels didn't find lay sleeping among the leaves until they were covered with snow. When spring sun warmed the seeds, they sprouted and sent roots down into the soil. Tiny leaves unfolded on their stems. I think my tree would have been happy to stay there forever, but one day nursery workers came to the woods to collect tree sprouts. They transplanted the sprouts and tended them year after year. Just as the trees were settling in, they were measured, marked, and uprooted again. Each ball of roots was wrapped and tied with twine. My tree was loaded onto a truck filled with other trees and delivered to the garden center. We went there in the fall and picked out my tree. Dad had a hole already dug, waiting for it. When we got home, we lowered my tree into the hole. I held the trunk while Dad covered the roots with soil. Each spring, I look for signs that my tree is growing. I love it when the tree flowers turn into winged seeds. But if you want to visit my tree, come in the fall. That's my favorite time. Can you guess why?
All right, so artists, go ahead, grab a piece of paper and a pencil. If you are drawing, or you can work on Seesaw. You're the artist, you get to choose what works best for you in your learning space. So you can go ahead and draw along with the video, or feel free to watch first and then draw. So here's a quick preview of how you can draw your own fall tree. Take a look. Hi artists, today I am going to show you how we can create a fall tree. Hi artists, today I am going to show you how we can create a fall tree. So I can start with my paper. You can turn it vertical or horizontal, side to side, up to you. I think I'm going to start vertical. I can go ahead, create a line up and down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and create 2 diagonal lines out to the side. So I've created like a letter Y. Those are the branches of my trees. From there, I want to create twigs. So I'm gonna make the letter V here. And I can repeat that process as many times as I want. I can add a line and a smaller letter V shape. Once you feel comfortable with that, you can go ahead and have the lines begin to curve a bit. They can reach off the page. They can reach towards each other. You're the artist. You get to choose. You can even add some roots at the bottom of the tree. That's what keeps the tree stable. It holds it up. It also soaks up nutrients or food to keep the tree healthy and strong. If you're on Seesaw, you can go ahead and use the paint tools on Seesaw. If you're at home and you have color, you can go ahead and trace in crayon, marker, or color pencil. I'm going to use marker, and I want to trace over all of the lines. So if you want to create a thin line, you can go ahead, use the tip top of the marker. You're the artist. You can choose how you would like to best use your art tool. When you get to the very top, you can even use the point of the marker or your drawing utensil to create detail. When you are all done tracing over your branch and twig lines, it is time to create thicker lines on the trunk of the tree. That's what holds the tree up and strong. So I can lay my marker down on the edge, on the side, kind of like my marker is resting, almost as if I can go ahead and I can make the trunk thicker. I can also make some of the branches thicker. Take your time with this. Have some fun. You do not need to rush. When you are all done adding the trunk of the tree, the roots, the branches, and then the teeny tiny twigs, feel free to add any details that you would like. You can add a leaf shape. You can make a pile of leaves. Maybe you even want to make fun details like your family, or if you have a pet, or maybe you playing your favorite game around the tree. Maybe you even have a tire swing on the tree. You're the artist, you can choose. So have fun, create your tree. When you're done, feel free to add details like leaves or your family. Try to fill the page with color up and down, side to side. When you're all done with your artwork, take a picture of it and add it to Seesaw. Or if you are working in Seesaw, please make sure you click the green check mark to turn it in. Have fun. Artists, so hopefully that gave you a little bit more of an idea how you can draw your fall tree. Feel free to create your artwork any way you would like. So if you've already drawn your tree, you can take some time to add color or details or just begin your drawing. While you're drawing, I have a video to show if you would like to watch while you are working about why leaves change color. So take a look and listen. Here we go. Have fun working.
Have you ever stopped and wondered why some leaves change color and fall off the tree every year? Let's find out on today's episode of Question. You probably know that not every tree drops its leaves each year. Evergreen trees, like pine trees, see their needles all year long. The kind of tree that loses their leaves are called deciduous trees. Believe it or not, trees actually use their leaves to help them eat. You see, leaves take in light from the sun and transform all the energy from the sunlight into food for the tree. Trees and other plants eat using a special process called photosynthesis. The leaves sit in the sun all day long, turning all that sunlight into energy. All that sun soaking is actually hard work for them, so it takes plenty of water to keep them healthy and functioning. So, when the weather starts to get cold in the fall months as winter approaches, the air gets drier and drier as it gets colder, which leaves less water for the trees to suck up. With less water available, the leaves will begin to get dry, damaged, and will eventually die. So, trees spring into action before that happens and start getting prepared early once the air first starts to cool down. They take all of the nutrients that are left in their leaves and start to recycle it back into the branches, trunk, and roots to help the tree survive during the colder months when it can't eat anymore. All those good nutrients being leached out of the leaves causes them to dry out and change color. Now that there's nothing left for the dry, damaged leaf to do, the tree cuts it off and waits for them to fall off on their own. Now that the tree is leafless and can't eat during the coldest months, it basically goes into hibernation. That means, just like a bear, trees go dormant to preserve their limited stores of food. And as the air starts to warm up in the spring, the trees wake back up from their hibernation and get to work growing brand new leaves. So, why do leaves change to those beautiful colors? Because they've been drained of the...
All right, artists. So I hope that answers a little bit more about your question, why leaves change color. So have some fun drawing your fall tree. Add color to your whole picture, the background up and down, side to side. Please do your best work. When you are all done, you can go ahead, go to Seesaw and learn how to draw fall leaves. If you are done early, there is a video for you. This is a may do, not a must do. So have some fun. I miss you guys, and I hope that I will see you very soon. Thank you for doing your best work for Mr. Massey. Have fun.